This is the coolest thing that's ever happened to me.
What are you doing today?
All right. I'm so excited. I've been waiting. I've been looking forward to this for like, I don't know, a month. Every day I think about it. There are many exciting things, but this might be the most exciting thing ever. This is 60 pounds of honey. And we're going to put it in jars. And it sounds really messy and tedious, but I'm so excited to do it. You're not excited about it?
I think you're silly. I mean, I'm glad to be able to use it because it's really hard to use out of a 5-gallon bucket.
No,
but
it's going to be a blast. It's either going to be the worst experience of the week or the best experience of the week. You ready?
All right, let's go.
All right.
Emma, it's gonna get extra honey in my teeth.
I don't have a plan really. I'm going to make a mess probably. I need a knife. Hey, does anyone else want to participate in pouring the honey into the jars?
No.
These kids these days, they don't know what fun is. We cut down an 88-foot Douglas fir yesterday, and this might be the most exciting thing that happens. Look at that, it's unfiltered. Ooh, yum. Look at that. Oh.
Nice.
Is it going to be a huge mess?
Yes.
It's going to get lighter every time, right?
Right? Do you want something to set it on?
Yeah, I'm going to set it on a different bucket.
Okay.
You look scared. Are you scared?
A little bit.
Of me?
Yes.
Oh, it smells so good.
I bet.
It's wildflower honey.
Wildflower honey. Wildflower and berries is what it says. I don't know. Are you sure? Okay.
Not at all sure.
You sure you don't want to scoop the first few? Because then it won't be...
Scoop?
Yeah, like get a big cup.
Oh, that stuff will be on the outside.
I know.
Cup thing, okay? 60 pounds.
You're strong, right?
I weigh like 170. Are you ready?
Oh my gosh.
Is this slow motion? Or is this real time?
This is real time.
This is the coolest thing that's ever happened to me.
I would stop. Oh, it's going to overflow that.
Can you scoot it closer to the bucket?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look at it. What's that called?
No.
There's some scientific.
Oh, it's going to overflow.
It's not gonna overflow.
It's going to overflow.
You're scared of everything. Don't you feel a little like Winnie the Pooh? Like you just want to stick your hand in and get a smackerel? Oh yeah. Doesn't that feel good?
Yes.
Now don't go, you want to go straight up. Honey just rained down on me. This is more exciting than you thought it would be, isn't
This
it?
is the coolest thing I've ever
Nerve-wracking because
seen.
it's going to end up with honey on everything.
It's gonna be fine, watch this. Just go really high till it breaks.
Okay.
Tell me that wasn't the best thing ever. We got 9 more of these to go.
have our own bees yet. That is in the plan for some point.
Year 5.
Year 5 maybe, I don't know. I'm hoping before that, but not this year. So we went to, I think I've mentioned Azure Standard before, and it's kind of a bulk natural foods company that delivers locally. So we ordered a 5-gallon bucket of honey from them so that we could just kind of have honey. We do buy some local honey at the farmer's market, but that is going away pretty soon. So I decided to have some honey through the winter. We'd get this huge bucket. We don't really use sugar per se. I use a lot of honey for sweetener and maple syrup, as well as sometimes coconut sugar if I need a dry sugar. But I just find my body does better and I feel healthier when I don't have, you know, white cane sugar, basically. So honey is a kind of our go-to sweetener, really. So we really need this much. We probably need another one of these, but I think this should get us through a good long while.
We need to build a little table. Little, what would you call it? Shelf?
Shelf?
Yeah, shelf. For inside of the camper. It's not very important, but we still keep running out of space in the kitchen area. So we're gonna give ourselves an hour. So this will be the 1-hour challenge to see if we can get this shelf built in an hour with all of our tools and all of our labor. And let's just set a timer. Set a timer for 1 hour.
5th timer for 1 hour. Starting now.
5th timer, I wonder what else I have running. The 1-hour challenge is probably going to be defeated by the fact that we are using glue, and glue takes half an hour to dry. And we only have 2 clamps, so those are both being used to keep those pieces together. So I think we're going to make a quick clamp here and see if we can speed ourselves up and do 2 things at once. Didn't make it. I need legs for this thing, and I want them to look kind of cool. So I just decided, I got this old chair that we bought and thought was neat, but then it sort of immediately fell apart. It was from a consignment store, secondhand store or something. But I thought if I could use the spindles for the legs, I could have some legs for this thing, and it'd be pretty cool. Kind of white and wood. I'm not sure if white and wood is still a thing people do, but I'm gonna do it. I can only find 3. I'm pretty sure this chair had 4 legs. Okay, the table is done. I guess it came in around about 3 hours. My 1-hour project, but that's okay. Very happy with the way it looks. I'm just putting a little bit of coconut oil on it, and just to finish it off, make it shiny, make it a little more waterproof. The legs worked out really well, I feel. The wooden legs. Deanna hasn't seen it since we drew it on a piece of paper, so we'll see if she likes it. I think she may not like the white wooden legs, but I don't know. Let's see her reaction is.
A little strip.
That's so cool.
You like it?
Yes. You used those from the chair, right?
Yeah.
I had a lot.
Now I need to move stuff, huh?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Oh, it doesn't fit. Wait, it doesn't fit?
She put it in peanut butter.
Oh my god, that's So
It's shorter than I wanted it, but I guess you wanted it halfway, right?
Yeah.
Now it's covered up with stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
I want another pepper.
I love
These should fit fine under here.
We have been milking a cow for 2 months now, and I was very disappointed because she was not giving very much cream. And so we weren't really able to make butter or whipped cream, or we were making cheese, but it's probably skim milk cheese. There was like this little thin layer of cream, and I have gotten raw milk in the past from a dairy in Colorado, and I mean, there would be like thick layer of cream most of the year. And in the winter, it might thin down a little bit, but most of the year you get a good solid layer of cream on the top of your jar. Well, I was really disappointed, and I have very much considered getting a different cow because of it. Because one of the main reasons, we drink the goat milk just fine, but I wanted a cow so that we can make butter and cheese. And so the main problem is that we can't. It takes me like a week. Basically every Sunday or Monday, I will make some butter because I've saved up the cream throughout the week until I have, maybe a pint of cream, and then I'll pour it into my handy dandy butter churn, and I'll go ahead and whip it into butter. It takes a while with this. I can also put it in my stand mixer and it goes much faster. But we're gonna whip some butter today. I've saved it up for a few days. We did learn a trick to get a little more cream out of the cow, which is we milk her, and then whenever she stops giving milk, we get the calf and we let her nurse for a few minutes, just till I see milk starting to drip from her mouth, and then I take her off and then I milk again because Mama has now let down all the hind milk, and that's where the cream is. Anyway, it's a neat little trick for getting extra cream out of her. After about 20 minutes of whipping, it's still extremely liquid. It's getting closer to a whipped cream consistency, so you can see this goes really slow. About 30 minutes. Definitely thicker. We're getting there. Okay, so after about 38 minutes, here's where we're at. Still really foamy, but not butter, not even whipped cream. So we're gonna switch to the mixer. It's just taking too long. As you can see, it's butter. We're maybe 10 minutes in and it's butter. And so basically go in here and we collect up all the butter out of the buttermilk, and you can strain it through butter muslin if you want. I'll probably strain out the very last little bit of buttermilk, but I just use my hands to scoop it up. And then a lot of people will run it under cold water and squeeze out the last bit of buttermilk. My water's a little too warm for that, so actually this was colder. I'm just gonna collect up the rest of the butter out of here and kind of squeeze it out. And then I'm going to flatten it out a bit like this on my hand. And hey, Gabe, would you grab the salt, please? Would you take just a pinch? Sprinkle it over the top of this, please. Okay. And we're just going to squeeze out. You can see the buttermilk coming out as we squeeze it. I'm just going to massage in all that salt. You really don't need too much. You can also leave it unsalted if you want, but that is butter making. You can store it in your buttermilk if you want, or you can, what we do is just put it in a bowl on our counter and eat it. The mixer did work way better. I know we're off grid and we should really be building our arm strength and using the hand crank, but after 36 minutes or something of hand cranking and multiple people, it was still not even whipped cream. So the mixer did it in 10 minutes. That's awesome. That just gives me, and I can leave it in the mixer and go do something else. So that's helpful. Right now we do have enough power to run our mixer. If there comes a day that we don't, well, then we'll all just work really hard to use the hand crank. So is this enough butter to get us through? Not even a little bit. We use a lot of butter. We bake a lot, we cook a lot with butter, and we put butter on stuff. And so we do still buy a lot of butter. I would like to get a cow that gives more cream, more milk and more cream. Right now we're a little overwhelmed, so that may be in the works in the future. But we make do for now with what we can get, and we're happy to have it. And we usually reserve this not for baking. The stuff we buy at the store we bake with. We usually use this on toast or rice or whatever. So thanks for coming along with that little adventure. Probably.
Oh yeah, all over.
I'm gonna have to shower after.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to spray me down with a hose.